Hi guys, hope you are doing well. So I hope कि आपने पिछले लेक्चर्स देखे हो and आपको समझ में आया हो and you were able to get something about this chapter. In continuation with the series, in this lecture we'll discuss relative speed. This is a bit most of the questions of CAT come from this chapter only. इसको कहीं भी बहुत फ्रीक्वेंटली यूज किया जा सकता है। इनफैक्ट टेंथ क्लास में टेंथ में स्पेशली आपने देखा होगा बोर्ड्स एंड स्ट्रीम्स करके एक चैप्टर होता था दैट इज आल्सो बेस्ड ऑन दिस रिलेटिव स्पीड का कॉन्सेप्ट ओनली। सो आई विल टेक सम टाइम टू एक्सप्लेन द कॉन्सेप्ट विल सॉल्व क्वाइट अ बिट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस। आई हैव शेयर्ड द I will share the link of the from where you can collect the sheet of questions which we will discuss in this chapter in this lecture. So, and I will go slow and try to grasp it as much as possible uh, at your own pace. You can rewatch the lecture. वैसे थोड़ा सा बच्चों को डिफिकल्टी होती है इसको समझने में and try they also try to just mug up the formula which I do not think is the right approach. It's very easy, but if you pay attention to it, only then. So please have and do have some notebook so that you can take down the notes. ठीक है चलिए let's begin with the concept. So, what relative speed? Now, I would like to take an example to introduce the concept. Often, आप कभी if you are a resident of Mumbai, तो बहुत frequently देखा होगा if you travel through local, or let's say if you are not from Mumbai also, but you have traveled through train. तो आपने कभी देखा होगा कि let's say this is your train, okay, ठीक है, this is the engine and these are the coaches, ठीक है। आप किसी एक कोच में बैठे होगे and you must be sitting in one of the coaches and this train is moving in this direction. And suddenly you observe कि you are moving at a certain speed which is good means which is fast, and suddenly you notice another train coming on the parallel track uh, here like this, and this is the engine of that track, and it moves so fast, and this it is moving this direction, it is moving so fast you see कि oh my god, this train is traveling at a such high speed than way more faster than your train is, ठीक है। And you realize ki why is this travel speed this must be Shatabdi or some kind of train ki this is going at such a high speed. You ask your parents, they say ki, no, it's a normal train only. Okay. You are surprised what is happening. And at the same time you must have also seen another train when which is going in this direction, the same direction as your train is going. This is the engine, but it slowly comes. Keep watching it like अगर आप ऐसे खिड़की में बैठे हो, मैं ऐसे बैठा हूँ, मैं इस तरफ जा रहा हूँ, ये खिड़की है. And this is the window. And I look, I see the train slowly coming. It crosses you and just goes away, goes ahead like this, very slowly, this direction. And you realize, ki, yaar, this train came so slowly. What we are and took us? Is this traveling? Are we traveling that slow? So this phenomena you must have observed. And another phenomena that you must have observed is ki when you were sitting in your train only and you are looking out of the window at the scenery or the things that pass by, you must have seen that ki, a nearby tree must have passed is traveling in the direction opposite in which you are moving. If you are moving forward, आप आगे जा रहे हो तो पीछे जा रहा है बहुत तेजी से, ठीक है, ऐसा भी देखा होगा। तो ये सारे फिनोमिना जो है दिस इज बेस्ड ऑन रिलेटिव स्पीड, ए टू जेड सारे फॉर्मूले ये इंस्टेंसेस फिनोमिना, ठीक है। नाउ लेट्स सी व्हाट हैपेंस, व्हाट इज व्हाई इज दिस हैपनिंग एंड व्हाट इज हाउ इट हैपेंस। नाउ इमेजिन दिस इज अ ट्रैक, ओके, पूरे ट्रैक मान लो यहाँ पे कुछ पेड़ लगा है, ठीक है, यहाँ पे एक इलेक्ट्रिक पोल है, ठीक है, कैसा से बनाया है बट ठीक है, और यहाँ पे आप भाग रहे हो, ठीक है, और यहाँ पे आपका एक फ्रेंड भाग रहा है। चलो मैं इनको नाम ही देता हूँ, ए और बी बोलता हूँ इनको, लेट्स कॉल दिस इज ए एंड दिस इज बी, Let's say this is A is traveling at 10 kilometer per hour and B is traveling at, let's say, 20 kilometer per hour. Now when up as these two people are walking to running towards each other. ठीक है? Okay. Now what will happen? Now let's what we will do is कि हम एक मच्छर को will introduce a mosquito. ठीक है? This is the mosquito. Now why is this here? So will place this mosquito. This mosquito will go and sit on the shoulder of A and will pointing. It will be facing this side. Okay, because A is moving this side, so it will be here, sitting on the shoulder of this person A. Okay. Now, what will the from the perspective of the mosquito, what is happening? He will look down on the shoulder of A. Suppose like this. So A. So you see, कि, what is A doing? A is not moving anywhere. The stationary. वो तो कुछ कर ही नहीं रहा है, वो तो बैठा खड़ा है बस. ठीक है? And this you must have also observed when you are traveling in train. So when you are sitting here inside the train, you observe that your co-passengers sitting on the other train, you see that they are not doing anything. They are just sitting. What are they doing? And you observe that I am also not moving, doing anything. So this train is also not moving because I see that if it had it been moving, so it would have moved faster than me. But I see that it is there only. It is not moving anywhere. Okay. So same way, exactly same way, this mosquito is also feeling. Okay, A is not moving. Then what does the mosquito do? Mosquito turns left and sees. Okay, the mosquito sees, okay, this tree, this tree is moving backwards, and it is moving backward at a speed of 10 kilometer per hour. Okay, now the mosquito says, okay, well, what A is like standing here only, and look, even the trees are moving backwards. ये पेड़ भी पीछे जा रहा है 10 किलोमीटर पर आवर की स्पीड. ठीक है? And then for the couple of few meters ahead, the mosquito observes this electric pole. Now it is even surprised. What does the mosquito think? Mosquito says, okay, even the electric pole is moving backwards at a speed of 10 kilometer per hour. What is it doing? It is still standing. Nothing is happening. And then the mosquito observes the near other surroundings. आसपास को देखता है. यहाँ पे कुछ पत्थर है, ये सब है, जमीन पे है, वो उनको देखता है. द मॉस्किटो सीज दैट and it says कि sees कि okay, even the earth, this road is moving backwards at this speed. A is just standing, doing nothing. So from the perspective of mosquito, what is happening is the except A and itself, because it is sitting on the shoulder of A, entire world, entire universe is moving backwards behind at a speed of 10 kilometer per hour. I hope you are able to understand this. Okay. Now, when after looking towards the left and down, the mosquito looks in front, forward, and mosquito को क्या दिखता है कि that B is running towards A at a very high speed, and that speed is what? So 10 plus 20 kilometer per hour. So why is this speed at why is he feeling this way? Because see, again, B is running towards A, that is so given, the example we have taken up. And so B is coming here. Now it is coming at a very high speed. Why? So had B been a stationary object like a tree or electric pole, then to the mosquito, it would have appeared that B is also coming forward towards him, or in this direction. If I am the mosquito, it is coming towards me. The bee is coming towards me at a speed at which the entire world is traveling, entire universe is traveling, which is 10 kilometer per hour. Okay, this speed. But then it observes that but since B is itself is traveling, it is not stationary, it is traveling at a speed this 20 kilometer per hour. So what is happening? What will happen? So it is getting the support. It has its own speed 20 kilometer per hour, and it is getting the support of the universe. Universe is also for the mosquito. It will observe that B has its own speed of 20 kilometer per hour, and universe is also giving him a support of 10 kilometer per hour. So it is coming towards A at a speed of 30 kilometer per hour. So this is what is happening. Okay. I hope this is clear. You must have observed this phenomena very frequently. ये स्पेशली ट्रेन या इसके या जो फिनोमेना है ये आपने बहुत बार देखे. ठीक है. ठीक है. So the bottom line of this example is कि when two objects are moving towards each other, the relative speed of one object with respect to another gets added. Hence 30. Now mathematically also we'll understand this, what is happening. Let's see. Now see, let's say A, hold on a second, just a second. Okay, sorry for that. Now let's look at this phenomena mathematically. So imagine this track length is, let's say, 100 kilometers. Okay, and A is here. This is A, and this is B. Okay. Now let's say A is moving every hour. So this is the ideally what should happen is uh, since they are moving towards each other, let's see at what rate the distance between they will obviously come meet at some point. Okay. So what is speed? Speed is essentially the rate of covering the distance. Correct. We discussed it in the first lecture itself. Okay. So A का speed है 10 किलोमीटर पर आवर and B का speed है 20 किलोमीटर पर आवर. ठीक है. Now in 1 hour, after let's say 1 hour, what is happening? अभी तो 100 किलोमीटर distance है. After 1 hour, what will happen? A will come 10 किलोमीटर ahead. यहाँ आ जाएगा. It will cover the distance of 10 kilometers, and B will cover a distance of 20 kilometers. थोड़ा सा ज्यादा ले लेते हैं. So B will be here, A will be here. Now what is the distance between them? So this 20 gone and 10 gone, 30 gone total. So now the remaining distance is 70 kilometers. So what happened? So the distance between them decreased by 30 kilometers in how much time? In 1 hour. So the distance between them is reducing at a rate of 30 kilometers per hour. And that's the relative speed also. Okay, this we got here also. ठीक है. इसको ऐसे भी समझा जा सकता है कि they both are trying to reduce the distance. So uh, both are working from both the ends कि जितना जल्दी cover कर सकते हो. So whoever as fast as they can cover the entire distance, they will meet. When they cover the entire distance, they will meet. ठीक है. Together they will cover the entire distance. They will meet. क्योंकि जब meeting point होएगा तो both will meet at this point at the same time. हाँ, सब दोनों ने इक्वल डिस्टेंस ट्रेवल नहीं किया होगा. दैट इज एंड दैट आई एम नॉट commenting upon also, that I'm not saying also, but they will meet at the same time at the same point. Okay, and by then they would have together they would have covered the entire distance. Okay, and the rate at which they cover the entire distance is this. ठीक है. इसको कुछ लोग ऐसे भी समझते हैं कि सपोज ऐसा मानिए let's say this is a long strip and we A and B together they have to paint this. Okay. Now you can assume that A is painting at a rate of 10 kilometers per hour. So A paints 10 kilometers in 1 hour and B paints 20 kilometers in 1 hour. Like a white paint है कोई strip मारनी है road पे ऐसे करो. Now they have to paint the entire 100 kilometer stretch. So they together their job together is that together we want to finish this painting wala part. So in 1 hour, how much they are painting? A is painting 10 kilometers from this side, B is painting 10, 20 kilometers from this side. So in 1 hour, they are painting 30 kilometers. So in how much time will they together paint 100 kilometers? So that will be 100 by 30. Okay, just 3.33 hours. Okay. I hope this makes sense. Okay. Now, so what we learned from this is that when two objects are moving towards each other, like A and B, the relative speed of one with respect to A will be the summation addition of the individual speed. So in this case, relative speed of A with respect to B is equals to 10 plus 20 kilometer per hour, which is 30 kilometer per hour. Now I've written A with respect to B. What does this mean? When I say A with respect to B, let me write this as A, like, just a sec, speed of A with respect to B means we asked this statement means that we went to B and told B, okay, B, you stop. Let A work, A only run or paint or do whatever it is. You just stop. So what happens in this case is that A has a speed of 10 kilometer per hour and B speed, since it has stopped, that B speed gets transferred to A. I'm just making this statement to make you understand the concept better. This transfer of speed doesn't actually happen. No one just gives you the speed like that. No, transfer of speed is a different concept altogether. But I'm just to explain you for you to grasp this concept better. I'm just using this example. So whenever you quote it, please be careful and cautious. Okay. So what will happen? We go to B and say, B, you stop. You don't walk or don't do anything. Let A do the work. Okay. So let A run or paint. So we say, okay, you since we are not moving, give your speed to A. So what will happen? B is stopping. B has stopped. Now B is standing over here, doing nothing. He is just watching A come close towards him. So and now since the speed has been transferred, so now it sees that A is coming towards him at a speed of 10 plus 20, that is 30 kilometer per hour. ठीक है. ठीक है. So this is the now same thing can be done for B also. So I can write the speed of B with respect to A. This will also be 20 plus 10 kilometer per hour, which is 30 kilometer per hour. Okay. Now, speed of B with respect to A means that A stops. How is A perceiving it? With respect to A means how is A perceiving B come towards him? So when A perceives B and A perceives so when A perceives A, when A sees key, what am I doing? I'm doing nothing. I'm stopping. I've stopped. I'm just standing still. And observe that B is coming towards him. Okay, speed से आ रहा है B? 20 plus 10, 30 किलोमीटर पर आवर की स्पीड से B उसकी तरफ आ रहा है. ठीक है. I hope this is clear. Try to go through. If not clear, please rewind the video and watch it. This is an important concept. I have explained it in 2-3 ways. Try to grasp it. And uh, I think this is quite easy. This is quite elaborate. ठीक है, we'll do questions also. Then you'll be able to find it even easier. Now इसमें आपसे जो most commonly asked question है कि when they are traveling in opposite directions towards each other, now they would ask कि at what time do they meet? ठीक है. Then the other question that they might ask is कि distance of meeting point from, let's say, A. Further they may ask how much time does B take to cover 100 kilometers. These are a couple of questions that might get asked. Okay. Now, first question, at what time do they meet? Now, observe, they are covering, this is very simple. The distance between them is 100 kilometers. So, when they meet, what will happen? The distance between them will be zero. Okay, I will draw it again here. When they meet, the distance between them will be zero. they यहाँ पे आ गए, अभी तो पहले 100 था और अभी zero हो गया. So together what they have done, they have covered the entire 100 kilometer. ठीक है. And what rate did they cover? So A is covering here from here at 10 kilometer per hour and B is covering from here at 20 kilometer per hour. So together they are covering in an hour 30 kilometers. So if they cover 30 kilometer in an hour, how many kilometers, how many hours will they take to cover the 100-kilometer track? So the answer for the first part would be for the first part would be T will be 100 by 20 plus 10, which is 100 by 30. This comes out to be 3 1 by 3 hour from the starting point, from the starting time. Achha, this is another example that I have taken, but I have not said it out loud. They both start running or walking towards each other simultaneously. मतलब they both start at the same time, same instant. Okay, that is very important. We will further couple of lectures later. We will also discuss questions where they do not start simultaneously. For now, they do. Okay. Now, distance of meeting point from A. So we let's say this was the point where A started, and this was the point from where B started, and this is the meeting point. Okay. Now, what is the distance? What is the distance of this meeting point from A, from where A started? We have to find out this distance. So how do we go about that? So this distance was covered by was covered by A in 1 by 3 hour, 10 by 3 hour. We know the speed of A and we know the time taken. The speed of A is 10 kilometer per hour, and this is 10 by 3 hour. So what we get? 100 by 3 kilometer, which is 33 1 by 3 kilometer. So this distance is, and similarly, this distance would be what? 66.67 kilometers. ठीक है. Now, next question is how much time does B take to cover the entire 100 kilometers? The time taken by B to cover the entire 100 kilometers. This would be now we know that B this part for the this part from here to here, from point the starting point of B to the meeting point. B took how many hours? This much hours, 3 1 by 3, because this is the time at which they both meet together here at the meeting point. Okay. For this event, they both had the same time, and but they had different speeds. So the one who had higher speed traveled more distance, which is very evident also. The distances traveled by them are also in the ratio of 2:1, just in the same ratio as their speed, because here uh, time is constant, because time is fixed or same for both. So, for to answer the question, what we need further is we need to find out in how much time does B cover this portion, because we know the time B takes to cover this portion already. So this is important for us. Now, what is this distance? This is 100 100 by 3 kilometers. Okay, and the speed of B is which is 20 kilometer per hour. So 100 by 3 upon 20, which gives me 5 by 3 hour 5 by 3 hours after meeting. This is the time that B will take further. Okay. Now, what is the total time taken by B? That is 10 by 3 hour. So 5 by 3 plus 10 by 3 equals to 15 by 3 equals to 5 hours. Now you may say कि सर इसका तो बहुत सिंपल सा तरीका भी है. We know the speed of B, which is what, 20 kilometer per hour, and we know the distance D, which is what, 100 kilometers. And this person B has to cover the entire distance. So the time can be easily found out. So 100 by 20, which is 5 kilometer per hour. Correct. That approach is also correct. There's no harm in that. Okay. Okay. चलिए. Let's move to the next part. Just a second. Okay. Now, इसका सेकंड पार्ट आता है. The objects are moving in the same direction. ठीक है. अब ये कैसा है? एक इसमें कैसा होगा, देखिए इसका क्लासिक एग्जांपल है. सपोज बहुत फ्रिक्वेंटली यूज होता है। इस तरह के आप सवाल भी बहुत देखेंगे। इमेजिन कीजिए कि दिस इज द हाउस ऑफ ए। ठीक है। एंड बी इज अ थीफ। बी एक चोर है। वो इसके घर में, एक ही घर में उठ घुसा 6 बजे, at 6 AM। ठीक है। वो यहाँ आया, उसने एक ज्वेलरी उठाई और निकल लिया। इमीडिएटली निकाला और चला गया। तो लेट्स से 5:45 आया होगा, 15 मिनट के लिए चुराया और 6 बजे रवाना, 6 बजे भागना चालू। ऐसे भाग रहा है। 6 बजे भागना चालू। फिर इसको ए को पता चला। ए उठा 8 बजे, तो उसने देखा कि ज्वेलरी बॉक्स इधर उधर बाहर पड़ा हुआ है, सामान बिखरा हुआ है। कुछ तो गड़बड़ है। फिर उसने ज्वेलरी बॉक्स को फिर से चेक किया, देखा नहीं है। तो उसे समझ में आया कि ज्वेलरी नहीं है, मतलब बी ही लेके गया। तो ए स्टार्ट्स रनिंग टुवर्ड्स बी एट 8 AM। उनकी स्पीड भी नहीं, सपोज इसकी स्पीड है 12 किलोमीटर पर आवर, और ए की स्पीड है 10 किलोमीटर पर आवर। ठीक है। अच्छा, अब इसको कैसे करना है कि ये तो 8 बजे उठेगा ए, बट तब तक ये बी तो काफी, बी 6 बजे निकल चुका है। बी विल हैव कवर्ड गुड अमाउंट ऑफ डिस्टेंस। So from 6 to 8, this is 2 hours, and in 2 hours, B would have traveled 20 kilometers. Let's say this is A point, the house. B must have reached somewhere here. Okay, this is there. Now A wakes up and sees, okay, B has taken the jewelry, and B is running away from me, and B is at a distance of 20 kilometers from me. Now, if this A wants A wants to catch hold of B and take back his jewelry. So what will happen? If we just imagine the situation, so they both will run, and since A का speed 12 किलोमीटर पर आवर है, which is 12, this is not 1.2, this is 12, and B का speed है 10 किलोमीटर पर आवर, तो डेफिनेटली A B को ओवरटेक क्या करके चला ही जाएगा। ओवरटेक करने का मतलब है कि इसके बराबर बराबर लेवल पे आ जाना, जहां पे भी जैसे भी भाग रहा है। ठीक है। एंड वो इसको कर क्रॉस कर देना, फिर भाग। ओवरटेक करने के लिए पहले आपको बराबर आना पड़ता है, फिर इसके बाद क्रॉस करते हैं। तो जब ये मिलेंगे, लेट्स से यहाँ पे मिलते हैं, यहाँ पे बी भी कुछ यहाँ से भाग के आया होगा, और ए ने तो ये पूरा का पूरा डिस्टेंस उतने ही टाइम में किया जितने टाइम में बी ने यहाँ से यहाँ भागा है। ठीक है। सो इन दैट केस व्हाट विल हैपन? नाउ ये क्या कर रहे हैं, ये ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में है, सॉरी, दे आर मूविंग इन द सेम डायरेक्शन। नाउ इसको, इसमें क्या हो रहा है, इसको देखिए। विल अगेन इंट्रोड्यूस द मच्छर ओवर हियर, ताकि इससे आपको क्लैरिटी है। लेट्स से इंसेक्ट सिटिंग over on the top of this guy, on the shoulder of A. This is insect. ठीक है। Now what will it observe? It will observe that this person A is moving here in this direction. Now it looks in the surroundings. Suppose यहाँ पे एक इलेक्ट्रिक पोल है। ठीक है। ऐसे पोल है। So the mosquito will turn to the left and see that the electric pole is moving backwards at a speed of 12 किलोमीटर पर आवर। ठीक है, पीछे जा रहा है। And then it will observe somewhere downstairs or down towards the legs of this person A, कि उसके फीट के पास में जो पत्थर है। It will observe that the stones are also moving backwards at a speed of 10 किलोमीटर पर आवर। ओके, बैकवर्ड जा रहे हैं। Now what when he looks forward in front, so what will it observe? It will observe कि B जो है, B आगे की तरफ भाग रहा है। तो उससे पहले एक चीज और बता, तो कि उसको एक इस मच्छर को क्या लगेगा, व्हाट विल दिस मस्किटो फील, कि दैट ए is standing over here and the entire universe is moving backwards at a speed of 12 kilometer per hour. This is what the mosquito will feel. Okay. So it observes that this person B is moving forward at 10 kilometer with a speed of 10 kilometer per hour. But then what the universe is doing or the road is doing is ki it is shifting it back toward at a rate of 12 kilometer per hour, because the entire universe is coming backwards and it is trying to B is trying to move forward. So it is going again, getting stuck. So on a net to net basis, what is happening is that B moves 10 kilometers ahead, but then this thing it has to come back. The universe is pushing it back by 12 kilometer at a rate of 12 kilometer per hour. So minus 12. So what is happening? Net minus 2 kilometer per hour. Now what does this minus 2? So this essentially means is that uh, that A will overtake, since the speed of A is more than B, that will overtake. So essentially, if I had asked A to stop, you stop and let B run and do anything what it wants. So it will be observed that B is coming backwards at a rate of 2 kilometer per hour. तो अगर मैं बोल दूं कि एक भाई तुम रुक जाओ, अब ए जो भाग रहा है उस तरफ, उसको देखते हैं क्या होता है. तो व्हाट विल हैपन इज कि व्हेन यू स्टॉप, इट विल कम बैक, because actually you will not actually stop. But if I ask you hypothetically, जैसे मैंने पहले एग्जांपल दिया था, कई बार बच्चे कंफ्यूज रहते हैं, सर ये भाग इसको रोक दिया है तो वो भी तो 10 किलोमीटर की स्पीड से भाग ही रहा है. So people will think that ki it's still running away. But thing is ki it's relatively stopped. A is relatively stopped. A is not completely stopped. A stopped running from the perspective of the mosquito or the machhar that is sitting on the shoulder of it. Because the mosquito feels that this person is not moving. I'm just sitting over here. I don't feel any movement. Okay. He is just standing. Had A been moving, then I would have also felt. I would have gone to places, but I'm not. I just have to fly away if I want to. I'm just sitting here. So that is why it thinks that A is not moving and B is moving 10 kilometer ahead, but the universe is moving backwards at a rate of 12 kilometer per hour. So hence, on a net-to-net basis, B is coming closer at the rate of 2 kilometer per hour. That we found out also. ठीक है. So ऐसा होगा. So when objects are moving away from each other, or not moving away from each other, I would rather say moving in the same direction. Then the relative speed is subtracted. So in this case, the relative speed of A with respect to B will be 12 minus 10. This is 2 kilometer per hour. So essentially, what is happening that this is the gap between them, which is of what 20 kilometers. It is getting reduced at a rate of 2 kilometer per hour. So at this rate, the distance is getting shrinked. Okay. So when it is getting shrink, so how much time will it take for this at this speed for both of them to shrink the complete distance completely to zero? अब कि एकदम मिल जाए basically. So what will happen? Again, try it out. It's very simple. So in this case, it will what will happen is distance is 20 kilometer and speed is 2 kilometer per hour, which is 10 hours. So after 10 hours, they will meet. 10 घंटे के बाद मिलेंगे. ठीक है. अब इसमें further questions, what they can ask is how much distance did A travel, how much distance did B travel. That you can find out using the above example. ठीक है. चलिए, let's stop here and probably we'll do the questions the next lecture and the next lecture also. Okay. And we'll discuss some more concepts also. Okay. चलो, ठीक है. See you in the next lecture.